Welcome back to the Blunt Lab, ladies and gents. I'm Al, and this is Marcus. What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. Just chilling. How you doing?
I'm I'm here, man. I'm surviving. So I remind our subscribers, listeners to check out music by NISH, the producer of our intro track, Trap Sex. You can find his music on SoundCloud, YouTube. Check it out.
Right on, right on. Also, check out my nephew Nate's artwork at Levity Creations.
Mhm.
If you'd like to hit him up for some artwork, please do.
Yes, sir.
So what's
For sure.
poppin', man?
Man, it's another day in the crazy world that we living in. What's
I
going
hear
on
that,
with you?
man. And I figured we'd get right into it. We might be a little, well, I wouldn't say too late, but the what's the word I'm looking for?
Hmm.
The results.
The verdict?
Yes, the verdict. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Buffalo shooter.
Mm-hmm.
My man killed 10 people, hurt 3. They
Yeah.
were charging him with 26 federal hate crimes, firearm offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So they sentenced him to 11 consecutive life sentences without possibility of parole, plus 90 years.
Nice. I'd say
Do
that's
you think that's
justified.
enough?
Honestly, I don't know that there is a number that is enough, but I kind of appreciate him not getting like a death sentence or anything like that because I feel like he should live out his days suffering, you know, considering the suffering and the pain he caused all those people, all those families, you know? So,
I agree to a certain point. I mean, he should be in prison for a little bit.
mhm.
Let some of the in-house folk get a hold of him,
Yeah,
do what they do.
yeah.
And then the families of the victims should have the choice. It should really be up to them
Mhm.
on whether or not they're handed a loaded weapon with the opportunity to shoot him straight in the face. But again, he
Man,
should be in prison for a little bit. And I do believe after that little bit, let the prison life have him for a little bit, that the family should have a choice on whether or not they want to shoot him in the face. Because
I
me
mean,
personally, if that was one of my family members, with everything that's going on around this country, with people just being unalived for no reason,
mhm.
I can't see that happening to me and me going on camera crying and sobbing and asking people to protest. Nah. I'll take Namor's advice. I'll bury my dead. I'll mourn my loss. And then whoever's responsible for taking my loved one away from me, if you believe in anything, you better start praying. Because I'm going to come for you.
Hey, I can appreciate that sentiment, man. But you gotta remember though, a lot of people aren't like built like that though, you know? But I can understand where you're coming from completely because
And I feel
it's just heavy,
I
man.
feel that because they're not built like that, that this shit it's just going to keep on happening, man.
Yeah. That's the sad
It's
part.
just,
You know?
it's just going to keep on happening. And
Yeah.
it is very, very, very sad.
It's fucking tragic, man.
Yeah.
It's just tragic.
So let's hope during this time while he's in jail, some of those, what do we call them? Booty lovers, I guess.
Booty warriors.
Let's hope they get a hold of him and, they welcome him to the prison life
It's
repeatedly.
just, it's just so many of these things like that happening, man. Like over the past like I don't know, it feels like maybe the last 20 years, 15, 20 years, like the amount of mass shootings has got to be like quadruple what it was, the prior, like 20 years prior. You know what I
I
mean? You
s-
know what I'm trying to say? Like the numbers of like where they are in the last 20 years compared to 20 years before that. Like,
Mhm.
it's just, I don't know, man. It seems like it's like every other week, every other month, like couple times a week, sometimes. Like,
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. And
I
you
don't,
got just
I don't know what the solution
yeah.
is. Like, I don't know if it's gun control because that is a sensitive thing. And I don't feel like all people should suffer for some people's mistakes. But with that
Mhm.
said, like, dude, this is happening too often. Like, something's got to give. And assault weapons to me, like, hey, I'm not gonna sit here and jump on no TED talk, but come on, bro. Like, what does anybody need an assault weapon for? Unless you're fighting a zombie apocalypse.
Hey, hey,
I,
look, man, we might need those assault weapons
no, no,
with
yeah,
whether
yeah, yeah. Consider what's happening, yeah. But just
Mhm.
in general,
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That just I don't know, man. Just every time one of these things happens, it just makes me sick. I don't know. I don't have that kind of mentality to like make it make sense. So it's like because you know me my whole life essentially. Like I'm about as peaceful as a cat there is. Like I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to be happy and live in harmony. I don't understand why we all don't have that kind of mentality. It's like I don't want to hurt anybody. If I hurt somebody, it is definitely not intentional or it is due to self-preservation. You know what I mean? Like I'm
like
gonna protect
I
myself,
have
but I'm not like out looking to, you know what I mean? Like to like do harm to anybody ever. Like I don't understand that mindset. And it's just
like for me,
so much of it. I'm
I have
sorry,
that
go ahead.
mentality to an extent to where I do want all those things, especially for our people. I want it for everybody.
Yeah.
As black folks, we're the most inclusive people ever, and I'd
Mm-hmm.
like for us to stay that way. But we should also look out for us primarily,
You
the
know,
same way oth
you took the thought right out of my head. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. It's
Oh,
like
no worries at
we're
all.
super inclusive, but we're not inclusive with each other. And
Absolute. We're
that part
constantly
blows my
competing
mind.
with yeah, it
Yeah.
does. We're constantly competing with one another, and truthfully, if things went down the way these white supremacists want them to go down,
Mm-hmm.
as a people, we're going to lose because we are not as together as we need to be.
That's facts.
And you know,
That's the sad, yeah, that's the sad truth.
yeah, it's extremely sad, and
Because
we're going to
united,
continue to
bro, if
uh,
we're
and
united, there's nothing we
again,
can't do.
I want everyone to eat. I want everyone to be sick, but I'm you've known me
Mm-hmm.
your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm combative. Born and raised in New York, I was bullied for a little bit till I shut that down. Till I
Mm-hmm.
was shown, let me rephrase, till I was shown how to shut that down to where like I'm going to be cool with you to say some slick shit that, hey, as far as I'm concerned, you want to fight.
Yeah.
And I didn't care, male, female, child, the elderly. I'm not going to allow you
Hey,
to run your mouth without consequence.
you know
I
what they
mean,
say? Equal rights, equal fights.
yeah, yeah,
That's what they
absolutely.
say.
And again, I am not advocating beating
No,
women I'm just
no.
saying there are certain things that if you do to me,
Mm-hmm.
you're basically letting me know
Mm-hmm.
you want me to fuck you up. Those things are keep your spit in your mouth
Yeah.
and keep your hands to yourself.
Bro, both of those things are assault. If you put your hands on someone or spit on someone, that's assault.
That's, and let me tell
That's
you again,
period what that
man,
is.
woman, child, senior citizen. If you spit or throw something at me or pick your hands up, you're basically telling me, hey, fuck me up. And that's what I'm gonna do. Like, there are parents that will allow their kids to spit on people like it's cool. Like, yo,
That's
I'm
not
gonna
it.
give you probably a full second, 1 second to say something to your kid.
Mhm.
If that second has passed and you have said nothing to your kid about spitting on me, you're gonna witness your kid get sparked and kicked straight across the room. I ain't know how
Nope.
most parents are like, oh, they're gonna jump up. Oh, that's my yeah. I hope you jump up because I'm gonna fuck you up in front of your kid, and your kid is
That's
going to learn a valuable lesson that day.
that's the
Don't
problem.
spit.
Yeah. That's the problem with the world, man. It's like just like you said, there's no there's no reason to ever spit on somebody.
People aren't held accountable. I'm gonna hold you accountable for
No,
what
that's
you do.
facts. There's definitely no accountability in the world, and there's no I don't know. There's no like accountability. There's no like there's like a lack of responsibility and just being decent. Like plain just being decent. And you always hear the old sayings of like treat people how you want to be treated and all that good stuff. Yeah, that sound good. But it's like, bro, why is other people's happiness affect your happiness so much? Like why, you know what I mean? And this is like a
Mm-hmm.
blanket statement about around a bunch of different topics. But it's like,
Absolutely.
why would it like, why would someone else's decisions that don't affect you make you so mad that you have to resort to violence? Or why would the person's color of their skin or their sexual orientation or anything like, bro, I don't care what nobody does. As long as you ain't hurting people in the process of doing it, do your
Do
thing.
you?
Like, be
Yeah, do
happy.
you?
I don't care. Everybody should like, but again, it just goes back to what you're saying. It's like, and I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of that stuff is taught, like, because babies don't come out
No.
with prejudice and hate and, ignorance. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, babies don't come out like that. So that's definitely taught actions. But I
Yeah,
don't know, man.
it's most certainly.
I think
But
about like in an ideal world, how things could be. But then, like, I've lived long enough to know, like, that's not realistic. But
no,
it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, you ever get that
goes
feeling?
back.
It's like you wanna do something to change the world. You want like you know what I mean? Like that ideal. And I feel like if I was to say what an ideal world would be, I feel like people would agree to it, to an extent, or like for
Hmm.
the most part. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like why can't we work towards it? You know?
And truly, the closer, let's say you were to work towards something like that, the closer you got to your goal,
Mm-hmm.
the more those that are above us
Mm-hmm.
will do to take you out.
Oh, bro. You s- I was having this conversation earlier today, like I'll shine a light with like, consider as Black History Month. I'll shine a light on the black part of it. If you're making that kind of noise and like you're creating that kind of a stir, like they're gonna get you up out of there.
Hmm.
Period. You know? Or just like what's the movie Judas and the Black Messiah about was it Fred Hampton, one of the founders of the Black Panther Party, and how they depicted the Black Panther Party to be this gang and this and that, but they were just like community activists that were trying to take care of their people, their neighborhoods. They got him up out of there.
Yep.
Like he started like getting that kind
They
of
were labeled
wielding,
as domestic terrorists.
yeah. They started wielding that kind of influence that'll make people want to change, want to do better. Get him up out of there. Malcolm X goes to Mecca, comes back talking some different shit. Get him up out of there. Cause like he was militant and shit before, but now he done went and got like his spirituality and everything in line. And now he's seeing it like, hey, we need to do this and it sound good. Get him up out of there. Dr. King, get him up out of there. Robert Kennedy, get him up out of there. Bro.
Now I'll say this: guys like Dr. King did talk a very good talk,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm finding out certain things about the Black Party of those days,
Mm-hmm.
and how they basically sold out to the Kennedy administration
Really?
for 2 payments of $500,000. Now, this is alleged. I haven't, dove too deep into it. I mean, they say that without the black vote, Kennedy doesn't get into office.
I believe that. He was like Catholic and shit too, wasn't he? Like Irish Catholic. He was like one of the first or the first Catholic president. And that's, I
I
get it.
believe so.
I could see it. The country was different back then. I could see that being like a thing. He was young, charismatic and shit. He's sleeping with fucking, movie stars and all that. Like, I get it. I could
But
see that being like
going
a
back to
thing.
that, their end game was basically trying to get us to be together. The
Yeah.
main message was trying to get us to be together, work
Mm-hmm.
together, to be strong together.
Mm-hmm.
That, my brother, is dangerous
Yeah.
to the elite white folks.
It is the worst.
Extremely. Take into consideration how powerful the black dollar is. Why is Michael Jordan is rich? Who made Michael Jordan rich? You think it was white folk? Who makes
Yeah.
all those big brand names rich?
Because Michael
You
Jordan's
think it's
real
white folk?
money came from Nike and shoe sales. Because he was making good money in the league those last couple of years, but they ain't like now.
Yep.
What these dudes making $200 million contracts. They didn't have none of that back then. So yeah, his money came from Nike and selling them damn Jordans that we love as a people. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them. I'll raise my hands. Love them shits.
I'm guilty of it too.
Love
I'm
some
guilty of
J's.
it too.
Yeah.
But
Love his
but
game
here's
too.
what's sad. But here's what's sad.
Mm.
We as a whole let FUBU go out of business.
Exactly.
But we put money in white racist pockets. Easily.
Balenciaga.
Gucci,
Uh-huh.
Coach.
We don't take
I
care of our
mean,
own.
the list
the-
goes on and on, but we let FUBU go out of business. We let
yeah.
black-owned businesses go out of business.
That's the crabs in the barrel, man. Crabs in the barrel. You pull
It's a
each other
damn
down
shame.
and get up. And that's until that's rectified and like acknowledged and dealt with, this is always gonna be the conversation. These things are always gonna keep happening to us, and we're gonna have these same conversations for weeks and months and years to come because we're not united. And I don't even feel like it's in no militant kind of way, like just united as people. Like if we took care of each other, like other races or ethnicities take care of themselves, like it would only, for one, it would empower us, but it would empower the world. It would take care of the world because I feel like we have more to offer society because there'd be more of us offering it instead of
But I will say this, though.
tearing each other down.
We are the only race that literally aren't allowed to do that. Going back to the Black Panther thing.
Yeah.
Come on, think of what all the other, the Irish, the Italians, the Hispanics, the
Yeah.
Jews.
Mm-hmm.
If we tried to do what all those folks did, what did they do to us? They broke it up.
Black Wall
Dude,
Street.
if there was more, if there was more than 2 of us on a street corner, we were getting locked up.
Like gang activity? Was that what they were labeling it? I think.
Well,
Something like that?
yeah, that was one of the terms they were using. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's the
But-
greatest country in the world, bro. But it's like, it's not for us like that, though. And it's kind of fucked up when you like really sit back and think about it. Like the shit that we've been through, the shit that we continue to go through, the shit that's on the horizon, and it's like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but like, I don't know, man. Like, it's like, it makes me think about, I'm trying to shine light on it. You remember Fresh Fritz where, Will's dad came back and he was going to take him fishing. And then like, he had, I got a book because I got to go do this job. And he like, why he don't look me? Why he don't want me? That's how I feel as a people. Like, why America don't want me? If you ever want it, want me.
And I feel that way too. But here's the thing: the more you you dig into it, the more you're starting to find out that, dude, we probably didn't come over on ships. We were already here.
I've heard that. I've heard stuff like that lately. I've been hearing more and more. I gotta dig
And
into
bro,
that.
and literally, and I mean this literally, the writing's on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the
Yep.
things they used to do back in the day is draw that shit all over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at if you look at the drawings, the colors of the drawings, it's black people
Yeah.
all over, all over. But you know what? I don't want to dig too, because I mean, there's just
Well, we'll touch on these things. Yeah. Well, this is just the start
we
of our
digress.
conversation. Yeah. We'll touch on it here and there.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Now I
sir.
need to ask you, young bruh, are you caught
Mm-hmm.
up with The Last of Us?
Oh, I am all the way caught up.
You know, I'm starting to see that. You know, I'm kind of like Joel,
Mm.
and you might be Tommy.
Hey, Tommy's a good dude, man. Tommy's a
He's
solid
trying.
dude.
He's trying to be a good dude, but Joel's
He's
still
trying to
trying to
do
kill shit,
better.
man.
Yeah, Tommy's just trying to do better. I'm so happy that that went that way because I was worried at first. It
Yes,
was like, man, I hope Tommy don't turn on him. I really hope
absolutely.
that's not what this is leading to.
In
But
the
yeah, they got.
previews, I was happy to see. I was happy
Mm-hmm.
to see Tara from True Blood
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here.
She's great. She's really
Yeah,
great.
she's. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
surprised. You know, she's got to be in more stuff.
I know she is, but I don't know. Like you would think after True Blood, like she would have been in a lot more, you know? Because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everybody else from that show, I see them in a lot of stuff, you know? But
Because
maybe
she
she's just
portrayed.
picky about like what she does, though.
Because she was also briefly on The Walking Dead.
Okay.
She came in. She came in briefly. She was like Michonne's like best friend in real life
Okay.
back when things were normal.
Yeah.
And she turns out to be a scumbag at the end of it. I
Mm,
know you're not. I know
gotcha.
you're not caught up, but she ends up betraying Michonne, kidnapping the kids, and Michonne had to kill her. So blah blah blah. But
Nice.
she does. She's really good in everything that she's in because she played the crazy, unstable creature in True
Mm-hmm.
Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
She played the backstabbing, unstable creature in The Walking Dead. Great.
Uh-huh.
And this one episode, you see, you can kind of see where she's trying to control Tommy because,
To a degree.
Joel, yeah, Joel kind of told you how, in the first couple episodes, how Tommy is a follower.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of high school, literally joined the army, trying to be a part of something. He was
Yeah.
always following with that. He was with the Fireflies, and he quit the Fireflies.
Yeah.
So for somebody like her, Joel is somebody she can control. She can
Oh, Tommy.
mold. Now, yeah, Tommy.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, Tommy.
Yeah.
Without Joel being in Tommy's life, it's easy for her to do so.
True. But she might have his best intentions, though. Because they are
Does she?
safe. They have like, I don't know, man. They have like a nice little community. They have like power. They have food. They can cultivate food. And they have like animals and farm life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, if you think about the circumstance that the world is in at that point, what they offer is like, that's as me, bro. They even have movie nights and stuff. Like, that's as close to normalcy as like anybody in that world is living, you know?
What What do you think those people could have possibly done to have, what's her name again? Mary Maria?
Who,
Uh, Tommy's girl.
Tommy girl?
Mm-hmm.
I can't, I know the daughter was Sarah, right? Well, his daughter, Joel's daughter is Sarah. Because
Yeah,
I
Joel's
remember
daughter
like
is
the
Sarah.
plaque they had on the wall for the kids.
Her,
Because she
her
lost her
son was
kids.
Kenny.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. Damn it.
Uh,
That'll come to us.
but either way, What could people have possibly done to her in the group that they massacred them the way they did?
That's true.
I mean, and again, you have to see each story from each person's perspective. Like
Mhm.
what drove them to where they're at that point. So for her, we already know she's lost a son. Because
Mm.
again, I haven't played the game, so I don't know.
Mhm.
We know she's lost a son. She doesn't appreciate Joel's influence on Tommy. She tried to
Mhm.
warn Ellie about Joel. Like,
Mhm.
what is it about Joel that you hate so much, or what is it about you that you feel threatened by Joel so much?
You know what? I didn't thought about that like that. I see what you're saying. I think about like going to the end of the episode, the people that attacked Joel and Ellie. Like,
Yes,
if it's that kind of circumstance, I can understand them massacring them
absolutely.
because they're definitely just defending themselves at that point. But with that being said, you've got a good point as far as like just the mental part of it, because she knows how Tommy is. And Tommy's loyal. So if you offer him something, or if you got a goal or a plan, like he definitely will jump on it. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely. And
and
now,
she,
and now that we know she's pregnant,
yeah, and she probably does look at Joel as like a threat to that. But maybe, like I said, maybe she's looking at it like we're gonna be a family. Like, I need him here. Like, I need him around to like, help me raise this
and I
baby
get
in
that
this
point, and I get that
world that
too.
we're in. But again, there could be more to it because she was like trying to warn Ellie about it. Like, and there was some emotional parts too, man. Like when Ellie
Mhm.
and Joe were in the room talking,
Oh man, dude.
that was tugging at the heartstrings, man. I was like, oh.
Oh
So she's
man,
like, everybody
when
that I loved has either left me or died, and like except for you. And I'm thinking like, cause he's like, oh, Tommy will be better suited to take care of you. I'm old and he's young and this and that. I'm like, dude, come on, like that's your daughter at
and
this
she
point. What are you talking
and
about?
she and she was clear. She's like, if I'm with anyone but you, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be nothing but scared.
Exactly.
And dude, when she was like, "Hey, I'm not her,"
Mm-hmm.
referring to his daughter, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Don't."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh."
That's why he
And
said
she kept
like,
going,
yeah, that's why he said what he said to her. Like, I'm glad, or like, I wouldn't want you, or I'm glad you're not her, or whatever he said. I was
and
like,
I'm
he was
not your
just hurt.
dad or what have you.
Yeah. Like he was
Oh,
just hurt
he
when,
was super.
but he
But I
is her
love
dad at this
how
point. Like, I don't, and I'm pretty sure he realized it too. That's probably why he's so like scared. Like he was like describing how he feels this fear of her getting hurt or losing her because he knows
and that's
like she's mine now. So like
yeah.
I'm her. And like I feel she feels the same way about him. Like they're only gonna be as good as they can be together because they're going to definitely take care of each other, you know?
When Tommy was walking her to the stable
Mhm.
and Joel was there,
Mhm.
and he was like, "I'm gonna give you the opportunity." She didn't even think
No.
about it.
She said, let's go.
Mm,
She threw the bag, let's go.
she's like, "Fuck you, Tommy, you gotta go." You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She
Mhm.
didn't even think about it. This just comes to show how much she loves him,
Yeah.
and you know how much he loves her. Because, like, look, as hurt as he was, she was telling the truth,
Yeah.
and in truth, the only ones that can hurt you are the
Mhm.
ones you care and love.
Yeah.
So,
And I think like had his daughter survived the initial like the start of it, maybe she would have
she'd be dead.
evolved. Yeah, but
I
yeah,
don't think so.
considering how she was, like, yeah, there's something to be said about that. But Ellie's like him in that sense, to where it's like she can like compartmentalize what's going on, like what I'm doing is not, it's for the greater good type deal. You know what I mean? Or like this is
But
what I
that's the
have to do.
luxury. But that's the
Yeah.
luxury of being born in that time.
Yes.
Joel's daughter.
She was
Joel's daughter
born
was born.
regular. Yeah.
Yeah,
So she
and
sees the world
for
like,
some reason,
yeah.
you would think, for some reason, every one of these shows portray people acting like super stupid. Like you see they're acting zombie like.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen enough movies to this point
Mm-hmm.
to where if anything's like, dude, again, me, I'm stabbing you in the skull or I'm shooting you in the skull.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of weird shit. I'm not going to allow you to bite me.
Mm-mm.
No, not happening. Not happening.
Mm-mm. I was worried too when Joel told Tommy about Ellie, like she's been bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's Tommy though, and I had to remember like Tommy's got his back, and if and Joel's telling him like she's good, like she could be the cure. I'm pretty sure Tommy's gonna be like, I believe him. And he's been
'Cause
around her. She's not rabid or, she's not a zombie or anything. And
mhm.
like, it's
And I was
healed
kind of
up.
worried Tommy would tell his girl
Oh, she would have definitely been down to kill Ellie though.
either kill her or not allow her to leave.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember. They don't have a doctor where
They
on
didn't
in
say.
their camp.
They didn't say if they did
Hmm.
or not. But you need a doctor and you need a scientist too.
Yeah.
So you need somebody that can like cultivate a cure. Because I mean, whatever's in her blood is able to fight it and beat it. So I don't know. But I mean, I understand that part of it is like why they had to keep it moving because they got to get west. They got to get to where they can get a vaccine or something. But yeah, each episode just shows the bond growing and
Now, what's really making me sad is that we're nearing the end. I don't know how
yeah.
many episodes they intend on pushing out for this first season, but I've read that we're nearing the end, and
Mm-hmm.
that saddens me.
Yeah,
But
it's a great show.
you is around the corner,
Yes,
the
that would be
second part.
what
So we
not.
have
It's like 2 weeks from
March,
now or something like that.
March 9th, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a couple weeks.
Okay.
And dude, you need to get up on Mando because that's coming out next month.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess we'll push forward from there, man. So I did not get to see all of All-Star Weekend,
Yeah, I saw
but
parts of it.
I did see clips. So let me ask you this: it's called All-Star Weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is it a young brother from the G League is the one making waves during All-Star Weekend, and why is it that big mouths like John Moran isn't competing in the slam dunk? Like, dude, you're an all-star.
Mm-hmm. You know what it tells me? It tells me that either these dudes' pride is too great to where they feel like if they lost to a G League dude, their pride would be hurt, or they're just not creative. Because a lot of great in-game dunkers don't have the creativity to like actually go out there and do something different. And it's not even about doing something different at this point. It's just putting on a show. Like Mac Mcclung, what he did, for one, he
Oh.
was hungry. And bro, he's been out there for at least 5 to 6 years on YouTube with the highlight reels, with the layups and the crazy dunks. This kid's been out there for years, and you can tell it really mattered to him. Like, it makes me
And dude,
sick a little bit because that used to be a rite of passage. Like, the greats, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins,
Spud Webb, Dominique
Spud
Wilkins.
Webb, Kobe Bryant, Clyde Drexler. Like, dude, the
Oh, hold
greats
up. Kobe competed?
yeah, Kobe won the dunk contest his rookie year,
Oh,
96.
yeah.
Yeah, he did
That's
what is it, the
right.
East Bay and between the lakes? And he had
That's right.
the starter jacket on, like Brent Barry, another great dunker. Like Blake
Yes.
Griffin, Aaron Gordon, Zach
Yes.
Levine, like stars used to do
Aaron
it.
Gordon got robbed. Aaron
He
Gordon
did.
got robbed.
He did. He really did. You could say he got robbed twice, but
But dude,
that's neither here nor
McClung,
there. He did
McClung
good, man.
knocked out his dunks in his first attempt.
Yes, bro.
I mean, like, dude.
The one where he jumped over dude and like double pumped it backwards. I was like, yo, he's been waiting on this moment.
I
This is the moment
believe,
he's been
I
waiting
believe,
on.
I believe we have, I believe we have some highlights
Mm-hmm.
of said G Leaguer. If you're listening on other sites, I'm sorry, but if you want to see this, go to YouTube. If you haven't seen
Yeah,
the slam dunk contest, but man,
Mike did. Mike did his thing out there, man. He really did his thing.
look at that. You got two folks. How tall is McClung?
Huh?
How
How tall
tall
is
is
he?
he?
I think 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
Dude,
They signed him just so he could do the dunk contest.
all these all-stars should be ashamed of themselves. That's all I'm
He's
saying.
back
Here we
in
go. Here we go.
the G League.
Oh my God.
Insane. He got bounced,
Now,
man.
outside of dunking, I mean, DeMar DeRozan, he was a good dunker too.
DeMar
I
DeRozan
believe
did
he
a dunk
did he.
contest back in the day.
Yeah. But he could play ball. Can McClung play ball? Does he have any other? Look at this. He tapped it off the damn backboard. My goodness.
Wow. This is my favorite. Oh, this is my second favorite right here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Oh, there goes King
I
the
don't know.
Conqueror.
I don't even know if he's naming these dunk shit, but it wasn't even like a competition to me, man. Like the stuff that he was doing,
Oh my goodness.
that was insane. Yeah.
I would have loved to see him compete against Vince Carter, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that, bro. And you're saying he's 6'2"?
Yeah. 6'1", 6'2". He's not super tall. But you can tell he
And
just,
these are all, oh my goodness. These are all first attempt dunks.
yeah. His bounce is sick. He got crazy bounce. This is my one right here. This is insane.
My God. Hey, look at Giannis. Look at Giannis's face.
And then you had the one
Oh,
kid
my
from the
goodness.
Knicks that he just kept sticking his arm in the rim. He did it like twice.
Dude.
Mac did good, man.
Look at his head near the rim.
Yeah.
Hot damn, boy.
But he pumped it in the air though. That's just
Oh,
crazy.
snap. What position does he play? Point or shooting guard?
I think he's a point where he's kind of an off guard. He can hoop though. Yeah, the
My man
540.
said his. Oh,
That's a
how old is he? 'Cause
540,
he looks
man.
like how old is he? He looks like an old man.
Mac gotta be about. He can't be more than 22, 23 maybe.
That
That's
was
starts being born.
I mean, dude, coming up from the G League to do this in the All-Star competition.
Yeah, he did his thing, man.
Look at that. And all these dunks on the first attempt. He wasn't fucking around, dude. All these dunks on the first
Look
attempt.
how
Look at
high
that.
he was, man. Look at that.
Jesus.
That's sick.
And who said white man can't jump?
Wow.
Jeez. Congratulations to that young fella.
Yeah, man.
I hope to see him in the NBA soon, dude. I hope to see him in the NBA soon.
Congrats to Mac, man. He did his thing
Now,
out there.
I didn't get to see the 3-point competition, but I know
Dame
Lillard
Dollar.
won.
Dame
Dude,
Dollar.
my man was hitting half-court shots during the All-Star game, bro.
Yeah, he was shooting. He was just pulling up from half court. That was crazy. That might
Like
have been
it
the
was
worst All-Star game
nothing.
I've ever seen, though. Like, that was just a shoot around. That was just,
Yeah. No,
that wasn't, it's gotten like that. Like, I don't know, man, a couple years ago when when Kobe, the first All-Star game after Kobe's passing, RIP to the Mamba. Like, that game was dope. Like, that game was good. It was competitive. You know, the dudes really wanted to win. And this one, man, I'm like, they were just shooting. Nobody was doing anything. Just standing around watching each other shoot. There was a couple dunks. Congrats to Jason Tatum dropping 55, breaking the All-Star record.
Yeah, I mean, of course you're gonna drop 55 if nobody's playing defense.
That's true. And
I
Dame
mean,
pulling up from half court, that was, bro, and he was just shooting like a regular shooting stroke.
yeah,
I never seen anything
it
like
was
that.
effortlessly.
Yeah, that was insane. But I mean, I don't know. I don't. They've been talking about ways to fix the All-Star game. Like, I don't know that it can be fixed. It's almost at the point where it's like maybe you should just acknowledge these dudes as All-Stars and just give them a week off. And like, because they keep saying like, oh, they should do the 1-versus-1. You can't get dudes to do the dunk contest. You think you gonna get dudes to do
Yeah,
1-on-1 to where this is just me versus you, skill versus skill? Nah, man, people ain't putting their pride on the line like that. No, you can't incentivize it to any degree because these dudes already make 40, 50, $55 million a year. And that's not including endorsements and anything else they're doing on the side. I don't need your 1-versus-1, you know? Like, I
like
mean,
what do
I
you
don't know.
do for these guys outside of having the skills challenge, the 3-point challenge?
Yeah,
And again, we can't get anybody to compete in the slam dunk contest.
no. I think Mac I think Mac should definitely be back next year to defend his crown. But like, I don't know, Stephen A. Smith, that guy, but he had a good idea about like having a dunk contest being like a global thing, where they're just like picking like the best
Oh,
dunkers. Because there's a bunch of dudes on YouTube and like different,
yeah,
platforms
yes.
doing crazy dunks. So I'm like, that would be cool. I've also heard people say like, to way to get stars to do it is maybe you get a signature shoe. Like, if it's Nike, whoever sponsors the dunk contest, like you might get a signature shoe based off of that. You know, I don't know. It used to be a rite of passage though. Like the goats were doing. Like, bro, the goat did it. Jordan,
Yeah.
he competed in what, 3? Like 2 or 3. I know he's won a couple dunk contests, but he competed in a few of them
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty sure Dominique beat him in one, or Spud Webb beat Dominique in one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Jordan's won
Yeah.
at least 2. Or
I
I
know
know he
Jordan
won the
beat
one.
Dominique in one of the competitions.
Yes. Like the foul line dunk, the one where he's like on his
Mm-hmm.
side. But I felt like Jordan competed in another one. Maybe it was one when he was younger. But like Kobe, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, like, I don't know, man. I've heard people say that like it's kind of LeBron's fault because he was the guy that didn't do it, of like the all-time greats at that position, because you don't expect big men to do dunking. Like, don't want to see Shaq do it. Dwight Howard aside, he did great in the dunk
Dwight
contest.
Howard. Yeah, another one who
Yeah,
got robbed in one of those
yeah.
contests.
Hell, Amari Stoudemire did a dunk contest back in the day. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, that's right. He did. He did.
and I'm like,
He
I don't
did.
know, man. Like, I like to see like Zion do it, but I mean, I just need Zion to be healthy, just in general. I don't care about an all-star or a dunk contest. Just be healthy.
Zion might sprain an ankle trying to
Yeah,
attempt a
possibly.
360. I mean, who knows?
And then I like Giles' bounce is crazy, but like his dunks just look crazy because he be like trying to jump over people, you know? And I don't know, man. Like,
True.
I know we talked about that before. I'm just not big on the Grizzlies. I don't like their attitude. I don't like their unwarranted swagger. It's like, you guys haven't won anything to be talking about
Mm-hmm.
like, we ain't worried about the West. Y'all ain't making it out the West. Y'all have not made it out of the West. You not going to this year either. So it's like,
No.
I don't understand it. But, all that aside, the All-Star game itself, I mean, I like the showcase of it. I feel like the rookie sophomore game is competitive still. Cause I saw a bunch of young bucks that are trying to like, some of them are stars
Show
already.
out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like Tyrese Halliburton played in the All-Star game as well. But, you know, I like the skills competition is definitely a keeper. The 3-point shootout is definitely good. Even though like, what's Julius Randle doing in a 3-point shootout? Like, I don't get it. But I don't know if they go off like percentages, because I know they do that in like 2K. like to make the 3-point competition, you got to like be in the top 5 and 3-point percentage, or top 7, or whatever the hell it is. That's dumb. Like the best shooter should be in it. I don't care what percentage you shoot from. Like Dame should be in it. Clay and Steph, if they're healthy, you know what I mean? Buddy Hield, there's a certain cats that just it makes
Booker.
sense.
Booker should be
But
in it.
yeah, D Book. I'd put Kevin Durant in there if you want. Hell, I like to see Kyrie in a 3-point shootout. Kyrie can shoot. Like, why not? But I don't know, Harden maybe. But yeah, the game itself and the slam dunk contest is like, I don't know, man. They need to get creative with it. Like I like what the NFL did with the Pro Bowl being a flag game, considering how violent that game is. Like they shouldn't be out there hitting each other for 100,000 extra bonus or whatever they get to win. So that makes sense. But the NBA is like, I don't know. It's almost like you don't want them to be going so hard and then dudes tear the ACL and, miss a year because they're playing in an exhibition. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those pros and cons. It's like, it's two ways to it, but the game itself, man, like the score was like 70 something, 160 something, like, and you heard what Michael Malone said, the coach of the West, or coach Team LeBron. He said that was the worst basketball game he's ever seen.
I mean,
So
again,
like,
no defense was being played. I enjoy watching these guys shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see you score the ball with somebody D'ing you up.
Yeah.
Hit that shot with a hand in your face. Impress me then. But like, I mean, if that's what they're going to do, then they might as well just do away with the All-Star game.
You know what I would like to see more than a 1-on-1? I think like a 3-on-3 would be dope. Like,
agreed. Tournament style 3-on-3.
Yeah, for like tournament style, because you got like 12 players a team, so you just split the teams up, or like
a hoop it up, but with NBA players.
Yeah, exactly. So you can have like whoever gets like the top votes for forwards is a captain, and then, you know what I mean, like top vote getters or top people they pick would be captains. Was it 24 players that play in the game? Was it 8 teams? And make it like Cherney style, play the 21. And like whoever, whoever comes out wins. That would be awesome to watch. And it could be half court, because you wouldn't need to be running up and down the court. Like do it like,
absolutely.
Like you said,
hoop it up.
What's that? Hoop it up with
that. Ice-T or Ice Cubes.
Yeah.
The big three?
Yeah, the big three. Do it like that. Do a big 3 style. Like that would be cool. I'd love to watch that, because I don't know, it gives you the excitement of the game itself. And like you're playing to a certain number. And I know they play for charity. So like that's cool. Because like I know like the certain amount of points they get at each quarter, they donate a certain amount to like different charities. And I'm like, that's dope. And another thing they need to do, I get it, it's the NBA. You gotta like share the All-Star experience with every city. But last year it was Cleveland. This year it was Utah. Next year it's like Indiana. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? They're like 2020, yeah. Like 2025, they're saying it might be in LA. Like, dude, the All-Star game should be in LA, Florida, New York. Those should be the 3 rotate. Like, it should, every 3 years, one of those cities should be hosting it. Or one of
How in the world did Utah land it? Utah of all places.
I know they got like a new arena, and because they're in the NBA, and I understand that. It's like every team or every city that hosts a team is going to host the game at some point, and that's cool. But I'm like, every 3 years, it should be between the Gardens, Barclays, the Staples Center, or whatever, the Crypto Arena, whatever the hell it's called now, Chase Center, Golden State, go to Sacramento once in a while, and Orlando and
Even
Miami.
Boston. I mean, Boston should be in there.
American Airlines in Dallas, like big markets should, and like they had I know they did the one in Vegas. Like Vegas is a great location too, because you don't have a team there. That's fine.
Because I gotta think Utah Utah wasn't happy with all those black folk coming there.
Probably not. I mean, Donovan Mitchell got
Mm.
a good ovation when he came out, and that's respect because he did do his thing there for years, and it wasn't his fault that they could do anything. They just, bro, the Warriors been
I'm
running the West.
and speaking of Utah, how is it that they're glorifying Karl Malone the way they were all throughout All-Star Weekend?
Because he's a Utah legend.
So it's okay
Oh,
for a
personal
Utah
stuff aside,
legend.
oh yeah, the NBA will do that. That might be my one knock on. As much as I think Adam Silver is dope and as a great commissioner, I don't agree with that either because I feel like Karl Malone is easily one of the worst people in the
Ever.
NBA. And the NBA's like culture, history.
He was
He's
in
awful.
he was in he was in college and she was what, 12?
Yeah. And I had that baby, right? And he denied it
Yeah,
all them
yeah.
years. Didn't that
It's pretty
kid
disgusting.
play in the NFL or something like that?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too
I think
sure.
that kid grew up
But
to
I
play some sport, but
but without I know we're running low on time, so I just wanted to touch briefly on this.
mhm.
Uh, it looks like Daniel Jones wants more money than what the New York Giants are
Oh,
offering him.
okay. So I'm glad you brought this up because I didn't even think about this. Okay. So they're saying that he's playing 40, what, he wants 45 million, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So I heard this take earlier. It said it's like the Tahiti or a Thai something. It's like you tell your girlfriend, oh, we're going to go to Thailand for the weekend for a bachelor party. And she's going to like lose it. Hell no, of course not. Anybody, okay, fine. We'll just go to Vegas. Like, it's like a consolation, like we get to go to Vegas. That's where we really want to go, but we'll say something outlandish and get to what you really want. So maybe Daniel Jones is saying he wants 45 million so he can get to 37 because he just wants to get over the franchise tag now. This is my thing. When I saw that Daniel Jones requesting 45 million, my first question is, man, I wonder who's going to be playing quarterback for the Giants next year. I love
Exactly.
Daniel Jones. I love Daniel Jones. $45 million, that's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts kind of money. I don't know that Daniel Jones has that in him. No knock on him. No offense to him. I don't know if he has that kind of quarterback play in him. We can't cripple our franchise off some Daniel Jones shit. We just can't. And it's a built-in excuse now. Because if we go get a new quarterback, we go get somebody we actually want. And like Daboll can imagine what Daboll could do with like a Jalen Hurts kind of talent. You know what I mean? Or like a Justin Herbert kind of talent. Or a Joe Burrow kind of talent.
Because if it plays out to where they don't sign him or Saquon,
Mm-hmm.
we might see two new players in the backfield if they don't get this worked out. And if
I
they
think
happen to work it out
Saquon's
with
coming.
one,
Mm-hmm.
I hope he does, because we don't have the year that we do, the year that we had this year without Saquon.
No.
Now, yes, Daniel Jones played well. Yes, Daniel Jones didn't turn the ball over, and for the most part, didn't blatantly lose you the game the
Mm-hmm.
way he was accustomed to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he didn't. But like, dude, you need to recognize, like, man, if you're trying to win and be ready, like, you better work that shit out. Don't make it
And
easy for these motherfuckers to be like, hey, man, you can go.
and that's the trip on me. That's the thing that makes me trip about it. It's like, dude, you play in New York, you play in the biggest market. You could take the 30 or the 32, whatever the tag number is, and make that your annual. And they can build the roster out. Bro, you win a Super Bowl in New York, you're gonna make all that money back. All of that
Mm-hmm.
back. But if we're giving you 45 million off that cap, bro, well, obviously Leonard Williams is gonna take a cut. That's gonna drop it. Kenny Galladay's contract's gonna drop it. Bro, we can't allocate 20% of the cap to you or whatever, whatever that number would be. There's no way we can do that. We can't bring back Julian Love if we pay him that kind of money. It's gonna be harder to bring back Saquon. where are we going to get you a number one receiver at if we're paying you that kind of money? Like, we could draft one, but, that's no guarantees with that. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a ploy to make more, but I think it could backfire because I think the thing that the Giants are definitely going to lean on is they got the tag in their back pocket. Now, tagging Saquon would be disrespectful because that number is so much lower than what he could annually make. So I feel like they'll give Saquon 14 and a half, maybe, if you can pull that off. And then, I don't know. With Daniel Jones, there's no way you can give him $45 million. There's just no way.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't think we should give him all that money. Hopefully they get that worked out to where, we can get all those people you said back.
I think you should prioritize Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could put Tyler Huntley or not Carson Wentz, but you can find somebody to assimilate what Daniel Jones did. And that's no disrespect to Daniel Jones. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he'll get better. But if you're going to cripple the team by getting better, then I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't
If
think
this
it's
is like
worth
Justin Herbert or something, yes. Pay him that money. Yes.
Or even
Joe,
Aaron Rodgers, man. I don't even mind an
Yeah.
old Aaron Rodgers at this point.
Hey, I'll take A-Rod. They want to come to New York. Come on.
Come on down.
Well,
But, hey, this is all the time we have at the lab this evening. Thanks again for joining us. Please follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Listen to us on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. You can also follow us, listen to us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Thanks again for joining us. Have a good night, ladies and gents. Peace.
Later.